What's up, everyone? Scotty from Chernobyl Studios. First video back. I have the word video studio. I don't know. Can't speak English today. But I would first like to say a big thanks to good old Henning. I'm actually able to do some videos here in Studio B. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm in a different location, and here I am in Studio B. So big thanks to Henning getting all this set up. It's a bit cold in here. I don't dress like this all the time, but I'm freezing to death, so that's what happens. So today I thought I would check out this Ibanez metal iron label guitar, the one that Dan from Ibanez actually sent to me to use for the time being, due to the situation that I don't think I need to really mention. So if we switch over here and have a look at this beautiful thing, it is an amazing matte black. I've been playing it a ton, so you can see all my hand marks here, but as you can just see, the whole thing just screams metal. Even the Ibanez logo there is a nice matte black. The whole thing is black. I mean, it's black. What else do you want it to be? You want it to be pink, green? I mean, maybe if you're Henning, maybe you would want it pink or green, but I want it black. I'm happy with the black. There's a lot to go over here, in particular.
Oh, fuck you.
There's a lot to go over with this guitar, actually, because it's about $1,200, but there's a reason for that. Particularly, there's a lot happening right here with all the switching and all the positions that you can play with. And so I thought it would make most sense to talk about all these switches first, because we could talk about frets and the scale length, and it's got locking tuners and all these things, but let's see what the hell it sounds like. So we got some pickups in here, the DiMarzios. These are passive ceramics. They actually look pretty, I'll put it over here. They look badass. They remind me actually of the Seymour Duncan Invader pickups because it has these sort of circular, I don't know, looks like little volcano-esque things. So they really remind me of that, and I thought when I looked at this originally that these were axes, but they are not. So these are DiMarzio Nitro, can I speak? The DiMarzio Edges, and they're ceramic passives, and they sound awesome. Now, look at all this down here. Look at all this. We have 5 different positions, and we have an alt switch that we can turn on and off. We got a lot to go through here, so let's make sure that we're in tune. Stacy, let's make sure we're in tune. I guess we're almost in tune.
Yeah, Scotty boy, what can you tell us about all those pretty pedals?
Not much, because I don't know what the fuck they are. So, Henning is helping me with this first video, and he's really hanging me out to dry on a few of these things. If we go back to the pedal board, actually, we have an amazing array of pedals here, which I know what this one does. This apparently is a double overdrive. This is a great purpley pedal, perfect for the aesthetic of Henning. Some preamps and stuff over here. We got some delay and some stuff, and then the switcher. That's all I know, guys. That's all I know. Eventually, I'll know what the hell I'm talking about, but let's get back to the guitar. This is what I know about, okay? So, the switches. So I'm going to go through the Fender Deluxe Reverb, which is right behind me for all these cute, clean tones. So let's get started. Let's start all the way, I guess we'll call this the first position, talking about the neck position. Sounds like this. Sounds exactly how you would imagine it to sound. And again, neck position, so it's both of these. So again, that's the bridge, so it's these two pickups right here. If we go one position forward, we're actually going to be using this and this. So it sounds like this. This is a chord that Henning taught me that he said I have to play. Isn't it beautiful? Okay, so if we go between the two different positions, so a definite, I wouldn't say a lack of blow in, but we definitely have more clarity, high end for the second position, which is using these two parts of the pickup right here. Moving to the center, what do you think is going to happen, Matt? Henning, what's your best guess if we go into the center position? Correct.
It's going to sound different than it sounded before.
It's going to sound different. Henning is speaking to me. He's really God. I mean, he says amazing stuff. But center position means both humbuckers are completely active. So back to the Henning chord. if I can do this correctly. You just want to... You can just picture the animals running around in Henning's house, can't you? Okay, just for... So, to notice the difference? Okay, so pretty clear. Again, that's all both humbuckers being used in totality. So we go to the fourth position. Now, instead of the inside, we're going to be using the two outside, well, I guess however you would call the outside positions of the humbucker. Sounds a little bit like this. So a bit more muted, I would say. Not full body, obviously, in comparison to the middle position with both humbuckers, but kind of would expect that. And then finally, we go all the way to everyone's position. And basically, if you play metal, this is the only position that you're going to use. I mean, it's the bridge, you know, the bridge pickup, the old bridge pickup. So that's 5 positions. Now, there are 5 more positions because we got this little switch right here, if you can see. We turn that up, and now there are 5 new positions. Now, the interesting thing about this is with the alter switch activated, Ibanez basically has this thing called a power tap system. The best way that I understand it is that you have your single coil with the power tap engaged, it becomes a humbucker, and then it adds low end. So this position right here, the first position with the alter switch engaged, is the neck pickup with the power tap engaged. So it sounds like this. That sounds cool, but I think I want to demonstrate immediately what the next position sounds like, which is just the single coil. So you can definitely hear how the low end just kind of, in the thickness and the depth, just drops off. So when you have the power tap enabled, as Ibanez is calling it, it sounds thick. And then when you're just single coiling it, more bright, sounds like a single coil, right? Now in the middle position here, again, it's both pickups are completely fully active, but it's in this power tap configuration that they have. And then we move on to the fourth position, which is, I want to say the outside. I'll call it the outside because the way I'm looking at it, but it's this half of the humbucker here, closest to the bridge. This is the one that's activated, and it is just the humbucker sound, or excuse me, the single coil sound. Very bright, as you would expect when you're getting closer to the bridge here. Okay, and then the final position obviously is going to be with the power tap enabled. So we have a little bit of thickness and depth back into the tone. So that's where all the positions are. And so essentially you have 10 playing positions with this guitar. I mean, if you're playing black metal, is that necessary? No. But maybe play other styles of metal, right, Henning? Maybe Henning should stop playing black metal, guys. Okay? So let's get back to this. So those are all the different positions of the guitar. Let's have a little bit of a look and a gander here of what this guitar will sound like through various different amps, just noodling around. I mean, you heard the demo track in the beginning. I used this guitar to record that. That was just double tracked into Cubase, and actually Henning played the bass. Man, Henning is really treading new musical ground, guys. I've come here. He's really breaking barriers. He really likes the song, too. He told me he listens to it all the time. So this is the guitar I used to record it. And just on the bridge position, I didn't do anything. But this is the one I used, and it sounds great in the recording. But let's see what it sounds like more or less just dinking around right here. So we had a pretty good idea of what it sounded like through the Fender. Let's go to something a bit more, I don't know, up my alley. You might see this white ENGL sitting behind me, that would be the Fireball 25. Let's go ahead and switch over to that. There. So I mean, as you would expect, this sounds pretty damn amazing through the ENGL, because that's what you would basically have come to expect from ENGL. So I want to play through something that you probably don't know what it is. If you look right here, right there, you're gonna see. Nope, back, nope. Yeah, right here. See this little thing called the rock force. If I just go right here, this is just an amp that Henning has had sitting. There you go. There's a really good view of it. Sitting in his living room, basically. And Henning said this amp is amazing, and it's a secret weapon. And you be the judge. Well, as far as I know, he's trying to sell it. Stacy, we need to talk about this amp. So, it's a very good amp. So, anyway, so that's through the Fame, that's through the ENGL, and we were playing again through the Deluxe Reverb to do more of the clean tones so I could sway different positions of the guitar. My opinion. I mean, it's awesome. In the 90s, I always remembered Ibanez being quite popular. I listened to a lot of Fear Factory growing up in the 90s, and obviously there was the nu metal craze where Ibanez were some of the first guitars reliably being able to make the 7 strings and stuff like that. And then sort of I stopped hearing about them. But this guitar is legit. It feels great. And I want to go back here and show you guys, again, the neck here and the back. It's a one piece, obviously, and it's just very smooth. And the thing about Ibanez, I'm trying to show you how narrow the neck is. The thing about Ibanez that I've always liked, and for me personally is very important, is I have small Vienna sausage fingers, and these really wide necks or with like big neck profiles just don't work for me. I can't play the damn guitar. This guitar feels great for me. You can see how I can easily stretch my entire finger. Let me see if I can get... You can see how my finger is coming up over the fretboard. I have played guitars, 6-string guitars, where my finger is like this. So the guitar for me is extremely comfortable to play. It's very comfortable. It feels great. It's very fast. You don't get stuck. I don't personally get stuck moving around the neck. And I'm not really having any issues with sweat or anything like that. It's very fast. It's very fun to play. And it might come down to the Nitro Wizard neck style, if that's important to you. But that's the main thing for me personally. It's very easy and fun to play. It's fast. I don't get hung up, and it's comfortable. So if you got small hands, this one's for you. Stop laughing, Stacy. Seriously. Henning.
Small hands means small.
So for $1,200, what are you getting? Well, I can tell you what you're not gonna get, and that's a case. So if you want a case, that's gonna be separate. That's one of the things that was that I noticed straight away. However, how you see this guitar is exactly how it came out of the box. The strings are Diodario strings. They were tuned perfectly. The intonation is great. You could probably maybe bring the action down a tiny tag little bit, but how this came out of the box from DHL, this is what it looks like, and this is how I've been playing it in the way that it came. I just put it in drop D. That's it. So if you want a guitar that you just want to pull out of the box, start playing, you don't have to mess with, you don't have to do anything with, you don't have to take it to your guy so you can get it reset up and all these things. It's $1,200, and play and go simply, and it looks. I mean, guys, is this not metal? Literally, remember this. Come on. God damn it! Remember this. Okay, and even locking tuners. All right, locking tuners. This thing just looks super metal. I mean, and no tremolo to deal with, by the way. I haven't really mentioned it. I'm not the biggest fan of tremolos, so you don't have to deal with that here. This is just a metal machine. It's built for metal, made for metal, and I think it's worth it. I think it's a fantastic instrument. It's high quality. I really enjoy playing it, and I'm very, very thankful to Dana Ibanez for sending this, basically to Henning, that so I can play it, because I've had a lot of fun playing it. And it's been fantastic to go to sit up late at night and just play the guitar and just noodle around and try and get a sense of normalcy. So thank you very much, Ibanez. And I also want to point out that this is not given to me. Like, I just can't run away with this. This is still Ibanez's guitar. It's just a loaner guitar, but even so, playing it the way that I am and enjoying it so much, I kind of want to keep it, but this is a discussion that we're just going to have off camera. You know what I'm saying, Stacy? Anyway, that's the video. I don't have animals at the end of my video. Maybe I can just do, what I can do maybe is I just take video of Henning, and he'll be at the end of the video. Henning, what do you think? Should we do that?
Whatever.